Hello, everybody, and today we're here to talk about Rainbow Six Siege. It's a great game, a lovely fan base. It's not toxic at all. The developers that really care about the game and aren't greedy. No, not really. Siege is kind of suffering right now. All the operators feel like terrible to play. The game is slow and clunky, and it's just overall not a good time. But this is how I would fix the game because the game really needs some good balancing changes. So this would be my basically Operation Health Part 2, or Operation Health 2. It would be a two-season thing. First season focus on the balancing of the operators and fixing all of the major problems with the game. Then it will introduce new content in the second game to keep it fresh and stuff. But we'll get started. First off, with the major changes, we'll start with fixing all the major issues. The game crashing, you can't hear your audio, not receiving things you bought, bullets just deciding not to exist, flashes being inconsistent, game crashing when your PC is closed, all these things. There's more. These are the ones that I have to deal personally. I deal with the most, but there's a ton of glitches that just should be patched. Anyway, the next thing is a ranked change or ranked changes. Basically, your game will look at your rank and match you up with players of your rank or similar. If you're like bronze 2 and you get into a ranked match, you should be put with people who are also bronze 2 or like people who are like bronze 3 or bronze 1. It shouldn't be like, hey, I'm copper, but there's silver players in my match. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But also look at your KD, your level, and other factors to help give you the most equal experience. Also, that makes boosting harder for cheaters and people who just boost because, well, you have to have a similar KD to get higher rank. Yeah. I don't know how to fix the rank system, like ranks and stuff, and I don't know. But this also leads into cheater detection, which will take the performance of like KDs, your rank, just like analyze it and basically see, hey, is this person like not who they're supposed to be? Probably a cheater. I have an example right here. All right. Next, this one's for fun, but I think adding some night map variants to the standard playlist would be pretty awesome. I've listed the 4 I think would be best right now: Bank, Consulate, Coastline, and Cafe. But yeah, I think they would overall be the best to do this with. A new game mode. Bear with me. Unranked. Unranked is basically just ranked, like all the same ranked maps, the operators and map bans, only bomb game mode, the overtime system, and a penalty for leaving. But the difference is it's not ranked. You don't have to like worry about your ranked getting cooked. So, and that directly leads into my next change, fixing standard. Standard will no longer give you a penalty for leaving, and you have hostage and secure area back in. Personally, I think a quick match should be as it is, quick match, but it's got problems that I didn't solve here. Standard should just be like a bit more of a fun and long-term experience, but you still should be able to leave matches. Then there should be unranked, which is like treated like ranked, but is not ranked, basically. It just prepares you for rank. And then there's ranked, which is ranked. Alright, re-added key hunt and situations. There will be more about that in a minute. New map, the Heartbreaker. I think we should have a new map. I mean, honestly, this map should have been existed, but like they trolled us. They lore dropped the ship, the Heartbreaker, and like nothing happened with it. So I feel like we should bring it back as a vertical map. More information on that in a minute. Reworked map, Emerald Plains. I don't think anyone's gonna argue that or argue against that. This one, removed new house and added back old house. I think no one will argue with that either. It's a pretty good change. Added the old zoom in screen before the death review. So, like the old zoom in, you were killed by, then it'll do like how you got killed. Personally, I think that would be pretty good. New underbarrel attachment, the counterweight. More about that in a minute. But for an underbarrel attachment, it's the same thing as a laser sight, but on the bottom. All right, and then 4 new operators, because God damn it, I want to come back to a time where we got at least 2 operators per season, and we just need more operators now. All right, the operators. Our first operator is Drill. Is a 3-speed, has a primary F2 assault rifle and the M249 LMG. Now, do these weapons synergize well? Probably not. I'm not good with putting weapons. I'm just good at coming up with gadgets and speeds. If you can't tell, I'm not a fan of 1 speeds. All right. The gadget is the X-04 hatch drill. Basically, we've been asking for this for years. You can place this like a souped up hard breach, and you can place it on soft floors, and then it will drill into the soft floor and create a new hatch, which I think is pretty. We should have this in the game. It's great. This is really what we need for an attacking operator. Anyway, they'll take about 5 seconds to detonate, then they'll open. They can be destroyed by explosives from under, so you're not just screwed over whenever it starts. Shooting at it from the top can destroy it. It can be jammed by Mutant Tuberel, and it can be seen by Solus. I also forgot to mention this, but the hatch can be climbed by Oryx, which will give Oryx some more use. Like, you can catch him off guard if you make, 2 hatches. But, just think about the vertical play, man. You, have a ram, and then you have a drill, and then you just drill through, make the hatches, and then ram opens up the floors. And it would be awesome. I'm so stupid. Hold on. Hold on. Just don't pay attention to this. I just named the operator wrong. Anyway, next, the secondary gadgets is Claymore, Flashbang, Smoke Grenades. Claymore to defend against, roamers coming up to try and stop you from making your hatches. Flashbangs to make it harder for people to notice and, to confuse them before you open it up. And Smoke Grenades, because I think this would also work well with smoke plants. Anyway, our next operator is Blade. 2 speed, primaries to ballistics to shield. I think we should have more operators with shields, but don't worry, I addressed it later. The MK14 EBR marksman rifle, that's the one Dokkaebi has, and the AR-33 assault rifle. Yeah. Anyway, secondaries would be the P9 pistol, and yeah. Moving on to the gadget, it would be the HDR Shattered Blade. It's a blade-like device that you'd stab into the reinforcement to. You'd stab into the reinforcement, and after 7 seconds, it would destroy the reinforced wall. I think that would be a unique addition to the hard breaching roster. You can just stab it in, destroys the reinforcement. Can't be electrified anymore. Be great. It gets 3 blades. They take 7 seconds to detonate because this is quite powerful. You have to give them time to prepare. And they're countered by Kaid, Bandit's Electricity, and Mute. And Tuberel, and can be destroyed by explosives and secondary. It can't be shot, but it can be exploded on the other side. Secondary gadgets, I would say, are frag grenades and claymores. Claymores for the flank watch while you're opening the wall, and frag grenades to get rid of the people trying to counter the wall. Next, moving on to our defending operators, we've got Searcher, is a 2-speed. Primary would be the MP7 submachine gun, and the ITA-12L shotgun. That'd be the Mira one. The secondaries would be the PPM pistol. and the bailiff shotgun pistol. The gadget would be the EPAS, or the hold on, I wrote it down somewhere. The Echo Pulse Area Sensor, or Area Scanner. It's a bulletproof camera-like device that you put on the wall, or like on the ground, and then you put down 3 of them. You go into like sight, and then you can like activate them. You can look at them and activate them, and when you activate it, it takes about a second to activate, but it will like send out a pulse that red pings anyone in the room, like the entire room. Say you're on a Cafe Dostoevsky second floor, and you want to know if somebody's in the is in reading room. If the device is there, anyone in reading room will be scanned when it's activated. Now, the device is bulletproof, but when it is activated, it can be shot. I did not put it there. But if you punch it while it's not activated, it can't be activated anymore. It can be destroyed by explosive. And good counterplay is Nook, when she uses her ability, the device cannot red ping her. So she can counter. Anyway, it can be hacked by Brava. That'd be fun. And secondary gadgets, I'd say the deployable shield, because we need a good deployable shield in defense, and the proximity alarms to hear if people are in the room to red ping them. This one I'm very proud of. Outline. 3 speed. Primaries would be the Commander 9 assault rifle or the Supernova shotgun. The secondaries would be the D50 handgun. Alright. The gadget is the KI revealer. It's like a cat can trap. So basically you place them on doors and windows. You can only place 1 per door, but like you attach it. If the defender, when the attacker runs through, it takes about a second to activate. And it makes a sound cue so you'll tell it's there. But after a second, if the defenders did not shoot it, because it can be destroyed by bullets, explosions, Twitch drones, all that, but it will outline the operator for 10 seconds. And I'm talking like old lion outline, full on wall hacks. 10 seconds might be a bit much, but that can be changed. But yeah, I think it would be interesting to kind of bring back that old, like, full on wall hack kind of concept, but in a different operator and more balanced. I'd say the 2 gadgets that would work best would be the observation blocker and barbed wire. Observation blocker, can't see the trap, walk in, bam, get outlined. And barbed wire would slow you down while you're walking in, probably wouldn't notice the trap. Anyway, we're going to move on to the universal changes. Alright, start with a universal ADS speed increase. I want to return to the days where you can just quickly, like, bring your gun up to your eye and shoot as fast as possible. Vertical recoil, slightly reduced, because, come on, man. Vertical recoil in this game is really, really pretty bad. Come on, guys. Now, this is probably going to be a little weird. The horizontal recoil is increased. Now, I'll explain that in a second why I did that. Counterweight, the new gadget. What it does is it tightens the hip fire of weapons, like shotguns, ARs, whatever, by about like 10 to 15%. And the downside is it just takes slightly slower to ADS. Now, this is pretty good in my opinion. I mean, if you're using shotguns, it's definitely good, and ADSing, I don't know. All these changes probably need testing, and believe me, when we get to the operator changes, it's going to be crazy. The vertical grip. Now, I really, really jacked all the grips up, and I'm not kidding. All of them are very impactful, and you actually need to make a choice on them. Vertical grip. Back up to 25% recoil control. It's pretty good. The angled grip. This may seem pretty broken, but think about it. You're losing 25% recoil control, or 15% speed increase. So, but 50% reload is really awesome. It almost entirely removes getting caught out when you have to reload. The horizontal grip, 15% speed, 5% is not enough. We need basically makes you a whole new speed operator. Oh yeah. The iron sight's ADS speed increased to 20%. I mean, come on. I guarantee if you equip the iron sights and you equip the vertical recoil, whatchamacallit, you can just freaking insta ADS. The only problem is it's the iron sights. You can't see what you're looking at. Alright, the capacitor pretty much entirely removes horizontal recoil. Almost none at all. I want the capacitor to be used. Come on, who uses this, guys? The extended barrel increases the damage boost. Not a lot, but to where it does 5 or 6 more damage instead of 2 or 3. It's noticeable. Suppressor, quieter shots. If you're using the suppressor, you're gonna have to really pay attention. You're gonna still hear the bullets going past you, but you're gonna have to be close to them. And here's the long-awaited shield nerf. The shield will knock back farther and only do 20 damage. That means if you want to kill someone, you're gonna have to hit them hard. You're gonna have to hit them 5 times. No more shields can kill you in 2 hits. That's bullcrap. They're already too powerful. Alright. Next we have the operator changes. Now I don't think there's gonna be a lot of people disagreeing with me on this one. On these. Alright. Because buffs are always nice. First off, probably one of the biggest buffs, but there's 2 more bigger ones. Striker and Sentry. Please, Ubisoft, why can I not recruit rush anymore? Why can't I just join in with my buddies and all go recruits? No, bring it back. Everyone can go recruit. I don't see any problem with this, honestly. Come on, this isn't that bad. Or this would be awesome. I'm pretty sure everyone will love this. I can't see any downsides to it. Anyway, Sledge. He's now a 2-speed, and we brought back the SMG-11. Come on, Ubisoft, do it. Bring back the SMG-11. Mute. He's back to a 2-speed, so he no longer has to be an anchor. He can do a mini roam. Ash, 3 breaching rounds. To separate her from Zofia, she should have another breaching round. I mean, it makes sense. Why can she only carry 2? Twitch, 3-speed. I think this makes sense. Alright. Doc, 2-speed. This one is probably a bad change, but once again, you can never tell with any of these changes until they get tested, and these are never getting tested. Unless somebody sees this video and is like, yeah, let's try this. Anyway, Rook. Armor health bonus increased 30. A lot of weapons do over 20 damage, so I feel like you should be able to survive at least 2 bullets. 2-something bullets whenever you're hit. Anyway, Tachanka, we're bringing back, alright? Completely removed the reload and reserve ammo. And the clip size is increased to 20. You don't need to reload anymore. You got all 20 shots in there. That may be broken. Who knows? The flame damage is significantly increased, like Goyo levels, and the flame size is doubled. No more walking through these flames. And the duration is just slightly increased. Now, you may be asking, why doesn't he pull it out faster and put it away faster? Because these are pretty powerful buffs. But the thing is, you can still really get screwed over if you're holding it out. So, if you're playing on, let's say, coastline, top floor, penthouse, you're covering the bathroom, and you're covering the hall. But if somebody swings in from window and you have it out, yeah, you're done for, man. But that's good because you can't really get past his gadget anymore. You just can't. Anyway, Jaeger is now 3-speed. I don't think anyone minds this. Blackbeard. I would be changing him. I mean, I'm acting like I have a test server. I don't. But, like, I wouldn't change him because this rework should make him an actually viable operator. But if I were, I'd make his health like 75. You can block 2 to 3 hits, or like 4 to 5 hits. You really don't want to take gunfights with him. His guns are already bad, and I'll get to why there's no gun balance. Yeah, up from non-existent. Anyway, Capital, smoke and firebolt last for 30 seconds. You're going to be like, what are you talking about? That's too good. It really sets him apart from everyone else. Like, these last for a long time. You can deny, like, half the plant with this. Anyway, Echo. This is probably a problematic change, but personally, I see him as a 3-speed. I don't understand why he's like a 1-speed. How's he a 1-speed? He looks like a 3-speed, man. That could just be me. Anyway, Jackal, a slight nerf. His footsteps disappear faster because those footsteps last forever, man. And just making them disappear faster, pretty nice. All right, Zofia and Ella, I upped them. Importantly, there's the disorienting effect now slows down people who's hit with it. Why? Because I'm sorry. What does it do? Blinds you for like 0.5 seconds, and then you're just a little bit weird. That's not enough. We need these to actually do something unique. They're not just worse flashbangs. Anyway, Sophie is pretty balanced right now, so I think this would be a pretty good buff for Ella. Trust me. All right, I may like playing Ella, but 4 mines and the disorienting effect of slows. Honestly, Ella's not really a trap operator. She's more an intel operator. You put the mines above the doorways and you wait for them to come in. When they come in, swing them. You win. That's how she should be played, in my opinion. But like, it should just give someone a disadvantage in a gunfight if they get hit with one of these. It shouldn't just be like worthless. Anyway, think of this is the first out of 2 experimental changes. These are changes I know would definitely cause controversy and problems, but like it would just be cool to think about. Adrenaline boost the recoil control, that's nice, but immunity to headshots. I don't know if this would be too overpowered and too broken, but maybe. Alright. Alibi. The alibi clones can be deployed in crouching and prone positions. And they will display the same cosmetics, weapon, and weapon variation as what you're using. This is just the buff Alibi needs. You'll actually have to like pay attention to see if it's a clone or not. Anyway, Clash. Look, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to Clash. Clash is such a difficult thing to work with, but I guess just her shield doesn't do damage. It's a Band-Aid fix, man. She needs a rework. Ubisoft rework her. Anyway, Mozzie added Super Shorty back. I think that's good. I think that's good for her. Nook, thanks to popular demand, re-added Silent Step. Not only that, but I upped her speed to a 3-speed because, come on, she's a 3-speed, man. She's supposed to get around the map very fast without people noticing. Why is it that she's not a 3-speed? Anyway, Warden returned to a 2-speed. I don't think anyone will mind. Oryx. Oryx is kind of in a weird situation. His gadget isn't that good. It doesn't provide that much utility. I mean, against shield operators, definitely does, but against everyone else, it's not really that useful. Anyway, but I think making him 3-speed and then giving him impact grenades should buff him a bit. Malusi, 3 wub-wubs. So I'm sorry, they're just really annoying to deal with, really, really frustrating, and like really difficult. Anyway, we're getting into the better changes, like changes I more legitimately know about. Anyway, Thunderbird, the Kona stations increased to 4. We want more area, more use for them. Increased healing to 40. Yeah, I mean, come on, they heal for piss. They don't do enough. I think upgrading, doing 40 health is pretty useful. Anyway, Thorn. Alright, this one, really think this is all she needs. Remove the on-screen indicator that points you where it is. You're like, but why? They can still shoot it. They're not going to know where it is. If you hear a thorn go off, you're not going to be immediately just, oh, there it is, because of the on-screen indicator, and you're not going to know if you're safe or not. You're going to have to run and just you're going to have to run away and hope you're at a safe distance, because and that can get you to run into like sight. An example would be Night Haven Labs, like on the top site, the door, I can't remember what it's called, but like it's got the weird. Oh, hold on, I got an idea. Like IT, you're on IT. They're running in. They enter through IT into the main site. Thorn goes off. They might have to run forward to like get into sight, and that can get them killed because they're trying to avoid it. Anyway, Sense. This is not a rework. A rework is a complete change to his ability. I think this should be an update. Sense walls now block bullets, but projectiles can be passed through, and they can be walked through, like a temporary bulletproof wall. Warden can no longer see through them. I think I should change that. If Warden can't see through them, neither can Glass, but it's either both of them can see through it, neither of them can see through it. I'm going to say Warden can see through it because, I mean, of course he can, but he can't really shoot through it, neither can Glass. Anyway, sense walls are still countered by explosives. This is what everyone's been begging for. When you hold the disc in your hand, it shows you the trajectory of where it's going to go. Think we just need that. Yeah. Anyway, it's renamed to the BMCS projector, or the bullet magnetic capture screen, something like that. And finally, I think the best change is Sense now uses the pronoun he, him. Yep, it's a pretty good change. Alright, Solus. I reverted all the nerfs except for the prep phase ban and the notification that you're being like Solus can see you. She didn't deserve it that hard. She really didn't. So she can see. She needs the use. All right, guys. She can't see you in the prep phase, and the notification that you're on a drone and Solus is watching you still appears. I think that's pretty good. All right, Clutch Brava. This is a very important change, and I think we need it. Clutch drones now regain a charge after 30 seconds. I mean, I feel like if you're using a Brava, you should be able to like continue hacking Defender gadgets. Like you can just keep doing it. Anyway, Fenrir. Don't get mad at me, but the codes are given back if an open mine is destroyed. All right. He was nerfed really hard, and he's not that impressive, guys. He's good. He's just not that guy. He's not Jack. You guys are treating him like Jackal. Jackal's not that overpowered. You just hate dealing with them. Anyway, Scopos. You're like, why does they need banned, or why do they need change? It's just this one thing. Well, first we'll start with this change, then I'll explain this other change. This is an experimental change. Maybe it could work, maybe it couldn't. If it pisses people off, we could just remove it. When switching robots, you'll create a small EMP blast around you. This is because people love putting claymores by the second robot. So like when you switch, you just instantly die. That's not fair. I mean, I'm sounding like Ubisoft here when they removed getting points from proximity alarms, so you couldn't just across the map nitro. But like, I don't know. It's experimental. If people hate it, we just don't implement it. Anyway, this next change is pretty important for her. Scopos is given robot legs by Mira, and she can walk again. Yeah, I don't see a problem with this. If she has 2 robots, she can walk. And she can finally defeat her greatest enemy, the stairs. Alright? Yeah, so here. Please note that there's no gun balancing changes. Not all these operators are buffed, and there's some that need buffs, but I can't, it's just their gun. Their gadget's fine, but their gun sucks. Like Jaeger, his gun is in desperate need of like a buff, but he's fine as an operator. I can't really fix their guns because I don't know how. I admit my balancing does not go that well to fixing guns. I'll give guns, but I'm not like gonna change them. I guess. Anyway, the new map, Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker is a vertical focused map. It takes place on the Heartbreaker cargo ship mentioned in the lore. It's a small part of the ship where like half of the map is just, or like the ship is just open from the outside. It's like if a favela was like crammed into the cargo ship. So for like lore reasons, they could say that like the ship's under construction, and like that's why like the parts of the hull are removed so you can walk into the building. There will be like 2 or like 1 on the roof or 1 on the other side of the roof, and then like 1 on the dock, and then there's 1 bomb site for each floor. I feel like this map should have a lot of soft floors and should really be a map focused on vertical play. I think it would be a great ranked map. Very unique. I mean, I know we have Cafe, but Cafe sucks, personally. Anyway, next change. The return of terrorist hunts and why they should stay. Okay, the terrorist hunts. 1, this is a Rainbow Six game. The old Rainbow Six games had terrorist hunt situation. You basically just go through and kill terrorists. I think we should bring this back. I don't know why we removed it. We should bring back Article 5. We should bring back all of it. And I even have some changes to it. So situations, you eliminate terrorists, but I feel like it would be good to like have to use certain operators and learn their abilities and how to use their guns. I think that would also really improve the game. But you'd also have a new type of situation. You can take the AI defenders and attackers and give it an in-lore reason. You could say the Kira's Legion, the new like enemies led by Deimos. You could have them like copy attacker and defender abilities. So like you could be having to defend against attackers who are trying to get in and just kill you, or like trying to. I don't know how bomb game mode would work. Oh, I know. I just thought of this. You could have like a hacking thing. Like it's a bomb, but it looks like hacking. Like a hacking thing where they're hacking all the data. So Kira's Legion's gonna come in and they're gonna like have to destroy your hacking thing with a counter defeat, with like a virus implementer or something. I don't know. I should have written this down, but I just came up with it. But it's great. But like you could do hostage and like secure area and bomb with different operators, and you could have to like infiltrate and kill Kira's Legion, who like uses operator abilities. Like they could use Miras and Goyos, and they could use mutes and everything, and you can just have to fight them. Now in T Hunt, I think there's improve the White Mask AI, not that much, because also you should have the option to play against the Kira's Legion in the terrorist hunts, which would basically just be a smarter and stronger terrorists, like harder to kill, or not harder to kill, but like they're smarter, they use intel, they're just better. I feel like that would be a really nice thing to do for the game, and you're wondering, well, no one's gonna play it. It's useless. It's not. needed. This right here. When you beat these scenarios, you will get rewards. You'll get renown. You'll get alpha packs. You'll get special skins and special like cosmetics. That I really think would make people play this game mode. It would be awesome. And I really wish Ubisoft would bring this back. But all newsroom. Anyway, that's the rest of the video. I didn't write anything else down because I think I got all the main parts down. The rework for Emerald Plains, I don't know. I could have done research for it, but I'm too lazy to, honestly. These are just throwaway ideas because I feel like the game could definitely. The game could just really, really benefit from some changes. Like, seriously, this is. Ugh. Yeah, they should really, really fix the game. Are they going to take any of my advice? No. Is anyone going to see this video? I don't know. If you see this video, drop a like, tell your friends, at KudosR6, see how make them react to this. I don't know. That would be cool. Okay, follow me on Twitch, BrumblesMcFumperDink. I'm live on Twitch, so yeah. All right.